The Bailey's rep Sarah has emailed me with the new diet plans and stuff, which is cool. So I wanted to go through, so because I'm a nerd, I printed them off and highlighted like the key points. So we're gonna like rub off their feed plans now and put their new feed plans in. She also gave me like a list of top kind of tips. So I've got a bag of the Ease and Excel cubes to try. I've been on the Ease and Excel mix for a while. So Tizzy is on cubes because she has to be, because her teeth, she can't deal with the bits. She's on the number 4, which is a 26% starch, as it uses cereal as like the main energy source, and it's a quick release source of energy, which is really good if you've got a horse competing and you need that quick energy, and that's why I really like using it in the vet gates. But the Ease and Excel cubes are only 8% starch and are much more kind of slow release, as the main kind of calorie input comes from like oils and fibres. And I think for a horse that's retired, and also I guess horses prone to gastric ulcers like Azid, this it makes much more sense to have a much more lower starch, slow release energy diet. So I'm definitely going to try her on them. This is the kind of stuff that I didn't really know. So they said that they don't encourage feeding any more than 1.5 round bowl stubs, so that's like the circular purple scoop that I've got, of mix or cubes or beet or anything per feed, because the horse's stomach is like a rigid rugby ball shape, and I assume that means that it doesn't stretch like ours. So when the stomach is overfilled, the feed will be pushed through the digestive tract too quickly, reducing absorption, utilisation of the feed in the small intestine, and starts to ferment in the hindgut, disrupting the beneficial gut bacteria, increasing the risk of digestive upsets and wasting feed and money. So that was a really interesting point. And also, because at vet gates we let them eat as much feed as they like, they don't actually gorge on it. They do have like probably about a rugby ball size. So my horses are actually quite good at self-regulating their quantities during competition. So now let's put the new feeds up. So what I've got here, I've got the performance balancer, the number 4 conditioning cubes, the endurance mix and the Ease and Excel mix, and then I've got a bag of the cubes to try as well. And then I think I'll decide whether I prefer the mix or the cubes, or I need to buy another feed bin, which we all know how much I love this one, so I'd be cool with that. Let's start with Azid. He's going to be on 1 stub scoop, so this is a stub scoop, the normal round one, of Ease and Excel. And then when he comes back into work, depending on his condition, I can add in some balancer. Currently he'll not need any additional balancer if he's eating 2 scoops of this a day. Okay, so we'll put that on here. Also it says I can either, depending on work or condition, I can either add in some balancer or increase the Ease and Excel. I actually really like the balancer as a baseline, so I think we'll do ×1 instead of increasing the Ease and Excel. So Qantas, the little fatty, the heaviest of all 3, he should be on half a stub scoop of number 6 endurance mix and 1 cup of balancer. Tizzy, who actually had the worst body condition score of all of them, she's a little chubby chops at the moment, is on half a scoop of either the number 4 or the Ease and Excel. I'm going to stay on the number 4 for now because I've got loads of it, and then I'm going to gradually increase the Ease and Excel cubes as I get to the bottom of this. And when I'm competing again, I'll have number 4 anyway, because the competition horses will have it. And then she's on half a cup of the balancer. So it is a Saturday morning. I've been back at work for 2 weeks. I had 4 weeks off because I broke my hand, and I can drive. So I had 4 weeks off, which should have been really nice, but all my hobbies include kind of riding mountain biking, climbing, surfing, things that kind of require two hands. So it is a beautiful Saturday morning and I've been looking forward to today since Monday. Training didn't quite go to plan this week just because of time and farrier and doing a bit of private physio and stuff like that. So Qantas did miss one session, but it's not the end of the world, and it was super hot and he's not really fit enough to train in that kind of heat, so not going to beat myself up about it. I stood in the shade around there. Hi guys. So it's 2 weeks until his first social ride. He's going to do a 17-kilometre social ride. So today is the last kind of day he's going to do a long ride. Long for Qantas, very short for any other endurance horse. So we're going to do probably about 14-16k today, just to make sure everything's going smoothly. He's up for it, we'll take it easy. Tizzy is coming with me, a friend's going to come and ride her. And we're going to do a bit of ride away, which has a little bit of road to hack on, and we're going to park at the cross-country course that I train on and do a couple of laps at that at the end as well. So it's just kind of the last dry run, and then for the next 2 weeks he'll do like hill walks and Pessoa work and just some nice consistent stuff. And then he'll have his first social ride, and even more excitingly, I entered his first novice ride. So Red Dragon, which is one of my favourite rides, obviously in my home country, it's in Wales. I've had some good successes there on Tizzy, doing the 160, and it's a beautiful ride, and you never know what kind of weather it's going to throw at you. So that will be his first novice ride. It's got one of the biggest hills to ride up, I think, of any UK ride, so that'll be a little bit of a shock to his system, but I'm so excited because that'll be the first competitive ride I've done in 2020, because obviously COVID changed a lot, but you know, I've had a lot of things to iron out with Qantas, so I've not been in a rush. Azida's been injured, so haven't been in a rush with him. Tizzy's just chilling, loving life. I'm going to take her to a few social rides in the autumn. That is the plan. So I'm going to get them ready, box them up. They don't look very ready, do they? Sleepy ponies. And have hopefully a wonderful ride in the morning sunshine. We have arrived. So I'm going to try, I've got my GPS watch and I've got the Equilab on my phone, and I'm going to see how they compare on this ride, to see whether they agree on distance and top speed and stuff. So we'll let you know. This, I use a Polar GPS, what one is it? RC3 GPS. I don't know if they even make them anymore, but it's super good. I don't tend to use the heart rate monitor when I'm riding, kind of just hacking. I would do if I was doing canter gallops or stuff like that. And then I use the heart rate monitor and vet gates on this because it's actually really good and super fast at picking up, whereas my handheld takes forever. So I'm just gonna wait for my friend to come. I wish I'd caught this on camera, but because I was by myself, I loaded Qantas and tied Tizzy outside the lorry, and then she loaded herself. Good job I put the tie quite loose. It was really good. my ride, got back. Horses have been washed off, Laurie's been washed down. I'm just in the field doing some stretches, getting into my glutes and piriformis and hip flexors, that I would go through the difference between my GPS and the Equilab. I've got the Polar RC3 GPS, and then I downloaded the Equilab app. It's like a little orange Trojan horse. I work in kilometres because that's just what endurance rides are done at. So my GPS watch says the air ambulance takes off near here. It's just taken off. GPS watch says 10.89 kilometres and the Equilab says 11, so that's pretty close, isn't it? So now the helicopter's gone overhead. So 11 kilometres on the Equilab, 10.89 on my watch. That's pretty accurate, I would say. Duration is 1 minute 15 on my watch and 1 minute 16 on the Equilab. That's because I turned my watch off before I remembered to turn my phone off. Average speed 8.7 kilometres an hour on my watch, 8.6 kilometres an hour on the Equilab. Do you know what? It's pretty accurate so far. Maximum speed, which I don't, does the Equilab have? It looks at just above 30 on the Equilab, so that's a little bit different. That's cool. If you join premium, you get more stuff. Swap leg. This one is my tighter leg at the moment. So actually, they are super similar. So I didn't tell you that we reduced the distance that we did because it was so hot, and so we then increased kind of some of the faster work that we did, so it was kind of the same kind of fitnessing session. Rider energy, apparently I burnt 405 calories. It's pretty good. Oh, so quite late there. That is fairly close to the watch. Cool. I'll carry on with my stretching.